With 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the SEC championship game, the Florida Gators scored a touchdown to cut Alabama's lead from 14 to 8. Dan Mullen decided to keep the offense on the field and go for 2 to cut the lead down from 8 to 6. To some, this was an odd choice. Why would you go for 2? You would risk losing the game that way. Kick the extra point and you can tie the game up with another touchdown. But like many NFL and college teams have been doing, Florida decided to go for 2. And according to basic math, this was the correct decision. The Gators converted the play and cut Alabama's lead to 6. And had Florida had enough time to score another touchdown, they would have easily taken the lead and probably won the game. It seems counterintuitive, but allow me to explain. Now, let's assume Florida kicked an extra point in that situation. That would cut it to a 7-point deficit. If Florida were to score another touchdown, the game would be tied. And let's just say Florida would have around a 50% chance of winning the game in overtime. So given that Florida is able to score 2 touchdowns, if they were to kick on both touchdowns, they would have a 50% chance of winning the game. But as we know, Florida went for 2 on the first touchdown. So here is a flowchart that maps out why going for 2 down 8 is the correct decision. Given that a team will score another touchdown, the probability of taking the lead is nearly the same as the 2-point conversion probability on the first touchdown. That's because if you get the 2-point conversion, you can kick an extra point and win the game on the next touchdown. The NCAA average 2-point conversion rate is 45%. So there is nearly a 45% chance that Florida will win by 1 in regulation, given that they score another touchdown. Now, let's say Florida was not able to convert the 2-point conversion and they stayed down 8 points. If they scored another touchdown, they would have to go for 2. And let's just say the Gators missed the first 2-point conversion and made the second one, tying the game up and sending it to overtime. A 55% chance of a missed 2-point conversion on the first attempt times a 45% chance of a successful conversion on the second attempt equals about 25%. So, there is about a 25% chance of these particular set of occurrences happening, which would send the game to overtime. And assuming Florida has a 50% chance of winning in overtime, there is about a 12.5% chance that Florida misses the first 2-point conversion, makes the second 2-point conversion, and wins in overtime. That would be 50% times 25%, which equals 12.5% chance that that happens. So we've already established that Florida has a 45% chance of winning in regulation by 1. And now we have established that Florida has a 12.5% chance of winning in overtime. We add 45 and 12.5 together and we get something around 57.5%. If Florida just kicked after each touchdown, they would only have a 50% chance of winning. And last time I checked, a 57.5% chance is better than a 50% chance.